What's up, guys? It's your boy, the Bad Wolf. All right, so today is Sunday, and this is pretty much my everyday. So I'm about to break it down to you what it's like to be the Bad Wolf and, well, answering emails. Now, most people understand that I do answer a lot of emails for free, okay? So this is out of a love for you guys and for what I do. It is not easy. It is interesting. It is crazy. It is fun, and it can be taxing. So one of the things that you have to understand is I don't answer emails for the same person every day. I'll answer one or two emails here or there. Anything else has to be a conversation or a consultation. Now, if you want to get some of your stuff answered, for free, you guys can go to the Bad Wolf. Let's see, the Bad Wolf Unincorporated on Telegram. That is where you can go and jump into the group and ask other people who've already gone through my services or have used the things, and so they can help you out for there if you like. I sometimes jump in there, but I am not always in there to answer questions because I have so many outlets that people are hitting me up on. I can't do it all, unfortunately. So if you do want a consultation, go to Blackside32. The information will be down here. You can also check me out on Patreon. Here's my Cash App, and that's what it is. So we now have, instead of an hour-long consultation, you can now book for 30 minutes right here, Blacksite32. Hopefully this syncs up later. Also, guys, in case anything happens to my main channel, knock on wood, go to Bad Wolf Media Channel on YouTube and subscribe. Let's get that channel up because they've already removed 2 more videos off of my YouTube. So let's have a backup one in case. And if nothing else, I will be loading stuff onto Patreon should something mysterious happen. All right. So that being said, I'm going to start going through emails like I normally would. Like I said, I do appreciate you guys for reaching out to me, but watch the videos first because a lot of my information is going to be, let me see if I can straighten the camera up a little bit. Sorry about all the mess on the floor. It's just all my books. That's how I get it done. And yes, I'm comfortable and cozy, so that's what it is. By the time you guys are seeing this was already recorded probably on Sunday. What is today? 10/16 of 2022. So if you're leaving messages in the chat over here, just know that I won't be able to answer because this has already been recorded. So I don't know what to do with my hands. All right, so once again, thank you guys. It's your boy, the Mad Wolf, the Man in Black. I always have some of it somewhere, and I'm also kind of always in brown, almond colored mocha. All right, so let's take a look at the emails. I'm not going to show people's info on the screen for obvious reasons. Some people have some wily stuff. I will read it, but I will leave names out. So hold on here. All right. All right. All right. So, hopefully you guys can't see this right now. I didn't do share screen, so it should be okay. All right. So greetings. I wanted to ask you a question concerning the W8BN. So I asked my employer, did they file this form, and was told the form was just for the records and did not need to be filed. Is this correct? Yes, the company is a withholding agent, so they do not need to inform the IRS unless the IRS requests it from them. Okay, there's a lot of powerful information in what I just said, guys. I'll let you use your imagination, but So hello, my name is Felicia. I've been watching a lot of your videos. I should need help getting the forms I need in order. I was thinking about claiming my rights to the birth certificate done anyway, Social Security, driver's license, etc. But I wanted to get corrected. If you can help me, I should appreciate it. All right, so I don't really have a set of forms that just does all of this. There's no like one here package where you go, here's the Social Security, here's the driver's, here's how you do this. So all I can tell her is that We can do a consultation, or please watch the videos concerning each of those topics. It's just too much for me to sit here and message each one of these files. Do this, do this, do this, do this. This is why I make the videos. Okay. I don't have time to go through, like, watch the videos. Why I make the videos. All right. All right. In September of this year, I updated my passport following Copper Moonshine. Shout out to Colonel Von Wilson. I came across before finding you and your work on YouTube and your explanatory statement that I recently purchased. I received my book and card. I'm not sure if I did my status, change the status, but I did receive a generic saying otherwise. My book request warning. Request of explanatory statement, generic letter, received it back, or just do the DS11 process all over again. I'm asking you because you're more invested in this topic. So your bills data. Okay. So they basically he wants to know if he did it right, because very rarely does this happen with our people, but he got 3 stars, and we all now know what the stars, at least according to our research, means. So this is also a hard one because, like I said, it can be so involved responding to people because there's a number of different things that this could be. Hold on, I want to make sure that you guys can. Okay, you can still see me if I go over that way. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to tell him, unless the birth certificate was authenticated wrong by the state agency, etc., or the agent you got was bad, because sometimes the agents don't know the information that they're reading. They don't. They're used to doing U.S. citizens. They don't know what a non-citizen national is. There's actually a special department that handles more so that information, which is something else we've already cracked. Can do it over again, but 3-star still means do not detain, but can still be arrested. If you do it over again, ask for this department for processing. Boom. Okay. So as you see, guys, it takes a minute or two just to sit there, look at the information, process it, and then, get back to the person. That's what I say. Like, okay, so from the website, 3 purchases, explanatory statement, master, 50 ways to win in court, UCC 1 instructions. Been following you for quite some time, James. Thank you for all the hard work and efforts. Hope everything with Smells Wargo case is going in your favor. I'm battling foreclosure myself right now, Tommy. All right, so I'm going to fill Tommy's order real quick. First of all, thank you for watching. Okay. And for foreclosure, we can do a consult. Have a few EDU ideas. Files and closed. All right. So all right. I said, everybody's like, oh, what you guys, does the wolf really answer these questions? Yeah, I do. It's really me. And do I skip some? If I get too tired, if you didn't make it and it's not an order, yep, You're getting cut off. I'm not. This is what it is. Answering them for free is like I said, it's out of care for you guys to help move this forward. But it's costing me time from friends and family, and some people just stress me out. They keep emailing me every day, same thing, stuff in the videos, or help me out every day, same person, same people. Like, no, this is why people like Yusuf L, starts getting grumpy. Now, I'm not getting grumpy, and I wouldn't put on a normal, video or something like that. So this is behind the scenes, all right? So though I love to do this, yeah, sometimes it can be tiring, can be taxing. 50 ways and UCC. Okay. And then usually what I do is I throw in an extra free file or two, just because, although a lot of files are on blacksite32.com for free, and there will be a ton more coming. You guys will be very impressed with that. So keep checking back there for updates. And okay. All right. So that's how long it takes to fill just that one order, even though it's, seems simple, just sending files. Like, it's okay. Hi, my name is Kane. I'm an official partner of this particular place. We are interested in buying ads on your YouTube channel. Very cool. We'd love to discuss this. And I pass right through that. I only entertain the higher offers when they do come through. Unless it's like maybe a local business or somebody has a unique product. All right. I remember one of your YouTube videos, you had inquired if a non-resident alien can possess a firearm legally. If one of the members of a micronation law enforcement agency, then you should qualify to be a national affiliate, highest ranking member of law enforcement in your country. It can be easier method of accomplishing this. Secondly, a foreign law enforcement agency ID card will be necessary at a minimum. Attach photo of my clerk of court ID as an example. I will keep you posted. All right. So interesting. I'm going to star that one. All right. So like I said, people, sometimes things come through. All right. I'll get back to that one. Hi, I respect your work. I am grateful for your feedback. My question, as a Canadian citizen with legal residence for over 40 years in the U.S., I've been contemplating drafting my own affidavit declaration of inhabitants to correct my status. Are you familiar with this or a similar process you recommend another route? Free man. Okay. So we all know it's no secret that if you live in any of the 50 physical states of the United States of America, USA, for longer than 7 years, minimum of 7, average of 10, that you've become naturalized in the republic of that particular state. So yes, I would recommend using that info. And if you've married a national, that is also to be used. All right. Let's go to the next one. Okay, this is about status. She wants info on the stats. Okay, so I'm just going to send over a file on how to do your status. In this case, a lot of times if you get a general email from me, I have the basic top 4 or 5 questions answered at the bottom of it. I'll put your name on there. I'll say, read this one. Just makes it a whole lot easier than rewriting it. Okay, I'm in the process of correcting my political status. I received 2 tickets in June, one for driving on a suspended license And the other for no insurance. I received a summons in the mail, appear in court in November. Once again, guys, I don't do court stuff. I also received a letter from the Les Summit Police Department come in for fingerprinting prior before court. Are you serious? Based on this information, when I told you what I have to see. Okay, here's the problem with this one. So if I don't like to give advice for how to move. It's in the videos. You have to do it. I'm not responsible. I will never take responsibility for it because I do not know. So it says you were suspended, having a suspended license. It means you didn't watch the videos and you didn't close out your information. You didn't get the surrender form that should have taken care of the problem. So didn't watch the videos on this prior and close out all of your stuff. So EDU only, like one of these moron people, probably a troll. Why do you put EDU on there? Because I don't want people thinking that I'm acting as their lawyer or a liar or whatever else and giving you advice. Well, the wolf told me to do this. No, I'm saying this is what I have done. I can't be there to know what your scenarios are or if you followed all the processes bit for bit. A lot of people just see, oh, I can just do this. I can just throw my own plate on without closing things. Well, no, that's why you run into problems. But if you still need to drive, then pay the fee and do the things. As far as being fingerprinted before trial, tell them you have not been convicted of anything yet, and that's a violation of due process. See federal law, actual law, real law. But then again, if you're driving with their stuff and not doing right to travel properly, they're just looking at you as you're an employee of theirs, and you're not cooperating. Yo, Bad Wolf, this is your fellow follower, blah, 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 all you want progress. A6 and finest thing. I'm working on interplanetary space affidavit. May need some input. Okay, so this person's going interplanetary. I'm going on a spatial thing. All right. So, like I said, I never know what I'm going to get. Let's go to the next one. I saw you post some fire stuff in the group. I made this meme below in case you want to post it. It's funny. Okay. Oh, man. Let's see. I don't even know here. All right. Well, I can't show you the meme because it'll show people's ID. I'm just going to write back. Hold on. I'll tell you what it is, though. Basically, he cropped me onto the most interesting man in the universe's body. And it says, I don't always post memes in this group, but when I do, they're fire. So, all right, you know you are, RS. Thank you. You always make me laugh with your stuff. Okay. I can use the first name because nobody will know the last name. So Tanika says, greetings. Thank you for the educational YouTube channel. James, you love it. Thank you. You're dope and fire. All right. So I do like to get these. These are nice. Since when I'm going through all this stuff, it breaks up the monotony. Blessings, and it means a lot. Thank you. And a lot of people will note that if I'm in a hurry, I'm just going to give you your answers to your questions. And I don't really have, and even though I'm thankful for them, I don't have a whole lot of time to be like, oh, get personal with it. What is that, fuzzy? Something's on me. Need to shave. So I just don't have a whole lot of time to make it, I guess, personal. But thank you nonetheless. If you're emailing me and you're of positive nature and of good cheer, then once again, thank you. So, all right, let's get back to it. This is going to be a longer video. So if you got stuff to do, feel free to take a break. Like I said, I'm going to show you guys exactly what I do. This is what I do every day. So this video will probably be about an hour, maybe even an hour and a half. I don't even know. I think I got maybe less. I only have, I guess I did do a couple of these before I even started the video. So I lied. Sorry, you two people. Bad wolf. All right. So this particular person is requesting all the files I have on the IRS revocation. Now, an update with the IRS revocation. The IRS, after 3 years, finally got back to me with mine, and they basically said, we don't want your revocation letter. We consider all letters associated with this to be frivolous. So stop sending them the revocation letters. It doesn't mean that what you're sending them isn't valid. The problem is that in the letter, we're not addressing ourselves underneath the right status, which is a non-citizen of the United States. And that your employer is your withholding agent. So the withholding agent has an agreement with the government in cahoots with the IRS. Now, remember, the government, the true government, has the Internal Revenue Bureau, and the private collector is the Internal Revenue Service. It's in the last name, service. It's a service. If it's a service, then it's optional. Okay? Bureau, real, service, optional. But with the service, you have to file with your withholding agent the proper forms, and then they will either communicate or just stop the taxes or adjust them or whatever else. So even on the W-8BEN, the IRS, it says do not send this in to them, because they're basically like, well, if you are trusting this person, okay, and as long as your company is not denying you of your rights, in which case you're going to have to talk to somebody higher in the company. You have to pull down some Supreme Court rulings, some federal case, go to the federal agencies, your equal opportunity, whatever else, and say, hey, if you guys are going to deny me of my right to claim the status, then I'll just sue you in court. Okay? Because you have the right, all right? And whether it's a W-8BEN, the W-4V, or whatever, 8233, whatever else, one of these forms are going to be what you're going to use. So you're going to want to make sure that you provide your HR with this and that they are familiar. So before even going in there, it's one of the good reasons why to have this information that I'm sending this person that they paid for, so that they have firepower, okay? Because this is, sometimes your employer will be DICKs. So we're going to fill this real quick. Okay. So your main files are going to be a 1040 NR, an 8233, the W4V. Okay, and those are going to be your main ones. And so with that entire pack, I've got two other files that support all this information. So in case your employer gets jazzy, you can get jazzier. But once again, the whole pack is available on blacksite32.com. Okay, so this particular young lady here is one of my notorious perpetrators of emailing me every day asking for something or to step them through. Okay, please let me try that. Can you please help me in filling out the forms? I need your help. Please, please, please. Can you send me info on your trust? I never said I made a trust. I show people how to do a trust. And I told people you can get a hold of my cousin who does trusts. All right. So I am not the trust guru. I showed you how to go to rocketlawyer.com and create a standard basic trust. If you guys wanted my cousin, like I said, we don't cross work, but we do promote each other's stuff. And he does know stuff when it comes to trust. And so that's Courtney at knowledgewell, the number 4, the letter U, at gmail.com. You can go ahead and email them over there. If you tell him the Bad Wolf sent you, he will discount the services. So all right, hold on. So contact my cousin for the trust info. Knowledgewell for you at gmail.com. Okay. Like I said, I don't mind helping guys, but I can't do every single little thing for you. Okay. So, do you have any free information on that? Yes. On my site. Travel. Okay. So sometimes if I don't send the person right to the site, I'll just send them the files if I have them. It's easy peasy. But in general, it's like just most of the stuff I have is on the site. Otherwise, do a consultation. Hey, yes, Wolf, I'm ready to correct my status. I want to know how much it costs for a full walkthrough, step-by-step process, language to speak to them, and what to do if they retaliate. I'm currently doing the research on my own, but willing to make an investment to make sure I know what I'm doing is correct. So I have a plan of action to know where the landmines are and be prepared if they try to stop me. Okay. All right. So fair enough. Good deal. So for him, my sample template of all the information already included on all my emails. So I'm just going to tell him to read number 2. Insert a link. No, I don't want to insert a link. I didn't even know you can do that. Interesting. At least like that. Boom. So that one was pretty quick. He just wants a consultation, wants to step through. So go to blacksite32.com, set up a consultation, either half hour. If you want to even book 2, you can, but usually it's only an hour. But I'll tell you this, every time we get to the hour, people always want like another 15 minutes, which is why it usually runs over. All right. So it's going to take a quick mid-break here. Where are we at here? 28 minutes. That's not too bad. It's actually a pretty light day, but like I said, I did go through a lot earlier. So, all right. So people have been asking me, what else do I get into? Like I said, definitely support me on the Bad Wolf Media channel. That is going to be my backup channel. I'm going to put some of this stuff over there, but it's going to be more so a mix of things because I'm not just what you see about this stuff is about that compared to what I know. All right. So, but for instance, I'll show you guys. So this book right here, Jacob, okay, also known as the Jacob, the big-headed scientist. This is a good read, stories about the African culture and how essentially their story, not mine, he was the creator of light-skinned people, okay, through, what is it, epigenetics. Interesting read. You want to learn how to sue the entities, government, people, and whatever else, got to take them to federal district court. Learn how to do it sui juris. Okay. This is the book you need right here. the Apocrypha text, all of the 54, I think there's actually 66. There might be a couple missing even from this one, but 54 books in the Bible that was removed. They don't want you to read or know about. Now, do I read the Bible? Yes. I've got a daily thing. I don't read it daily, I'll be honest. But it's information. You don't have to necessarily follow it for the religious aspect, but learn it for the stories in there. One of the books that's missing from there, that's probably in that book, so this might be somewhat redundant, but expanded, is the Book of Enoch and the Book of Giants. Yes, giants are real. Should I even say this? Let's just say, I think there is a story about, I think over in Fallujah, you can type in Marines face red-headed giant in Saudi Arabia or something like that, or in Iraq. All right. Guy came forward and said they fought one. One guy said that he came across giant facilities in I think it was the Colorado airport or something like that, in a secret room that he stumbled into. 16 other books, also known as Apocrypha text. Apocrypha only means hidden. Okay. So there's that. Ugh. See, you guys thought I was just a nerd? Nope. Super nerd, or uber nerd, whatever it's called now. The Secrets of the Sphinx. Okay. It's another book. Now, I'm not saying you have to get these books. I'm not even saying you guys have to do all the stuff on my channel. By no means. It's educational. So the problem with the Sphinx is that people aren't paying attention to the water erosion, which means there was, and yes, sand does play effect, but when sand scrapes stone, it's usually blown in pits and goes this way, whereas water erodes this way down it. So if you look at the Sphinx face, even back when it was, hundreds of years ago old, just going back 100 years or whatever it's been, the face isn't eroded enough for that to have been the true head. The true head has been recarved down to what it looks like. The body is of a lion, and the lion was in a perfect alignment with the Sphinx, the constellation Leo, some 11,000 years ago. See, the ancients used to star date everything according to where the stars were. Okay, even the Dogon tribe in Africa knew about Sirius B and the black hole that's there and the dark star, all that stuff, years before any European scientists ever did. How did they know that? With no telescopes or anything like that, because they said the Space Brothers told them. So speaking of Egypt, if you didn't know, Enoch or Thoth or Quetzalcoatl, whatever you want to call him, Hermes, was the builder. So look up, see that tablet? It's the emerald copy of the Emerald Tablet of Thoth, the true builder of the pyramids, which were called the Halls of Amenti. Okay. Atlantis. I have almost every book on Atlantis. All right. And Atlantis has been found. Oh, yes. Look up the Eye of the Sahara. Okay. The Sahara used to be a desert. That's why they're finding whale fossils in the sand right now. All right. Lots of whales, lots of clams, because the silt at the bottom of the ocean turns into sand once it's dried out. Okay. And so that's why Plato said that the Sahara became, or the Sahara Ocean, the sea became unnavigable because it was mucky. But if you look up, the Atlantis was also known as the Richard structure, okay, or the Eye of the Sahara. When you see it, you're going to be like, oh, you can even see where the water swept over it and right into the Atlantic Ocean. That's where the Atlantic Ocean gets its name from, the Atlantic Ocean, the Atlantic people. All right. So, introduction to constitutional law, the real law. Okay, I haven't even opened this yet. Supreme Court cases everybody should know. Fire. Don't worry. Your boy's going to read them and bring them to you. All right. Another book. How to Stick It to the IRS. All right. By tax attorney Donald W. Mack. All right. So a lot of these books, guys, if you want them, you can go to Amazon. I've got a link down below If it's not there, then it's on black site 32. You can click the link and then go directly to the, it'll take you to Amazon. Once you're there, just Google it right in. All right. Another book, Common Law. Okay. When you're not in their jurisdiction, what jurisdiction are you in? Your micronation or the common law? What do you got? What's going on with it? All right. We'll finish up on these and then we'll get back to the emails. All right. The arbitral of magic of the ancients. Okay. So this is the ancient. So from my perspective, the ancient, and I don't care what color they were, the ancient Atlanteans, which were the Hebrew people, which were the ancient Habiru people or Apiru. This is, I think, what it's not. Is it? No, it's ancient Hebrew, but it's not Paleo Hebrew. But this is the sacred name of God right here in Hebrew language. Okay, interesting info in there. Another one, how to be invisible. Okay, protect your home, children, assets, and your life. The mini rules of federal procedure. Quick reference guides, the same thing. The Bill of Rights, sovereign covenant without prejudice. Now, this is a little older because they're still using UCC 1-207, which was the old code. You can probably barely see it, which we all know it's UCC 1-308 now. But see, as we move, they move. So once we start learning things, they will change it because they're just updating new info on the codes and they have to move it up. It's not like they can expand the same subsection. But in here, it talks about all the proper codes. You know, the universe. So I opened the book and I was going to just see what the first thing in here, it says, income tax statutes apply only to state created creatures known as corporations, no matter whether state, local, or federal. Colonial Pipeline Company versus Triangle 421 US 100. The sovereign is free, and I hate the word sovereign. I know it just, national, because they've sullied the word. So once again, if you see anybody using any of my videos, materials, me, my likeness, logos, images, anything else in a negative way using the sovereign word, hit that report button on them. Let's get another site shut down. Let's get some people banned. Let's demonetize people who are trying to do dirty in defamation of character, things that can get you sued. So it goes, the sovereign is free to contract as the spirit moves it. We must blend with the wolf to keep them from having to fight him. To do this, we must be as wise as serpents, reserving our rights leaves the beast as gentle as the dove, because we do not have to occupy the cross and our generalship which will provide grace by revealing our worry. So let's get another fire book. Haven't read these yet. Okay. And then lastly, the quick study. I always loved these when I was a kid. Now I'm just a big kid. So this one is evidence. Okay. These are the quick study guides. Once again, you can use the Amazon link down below. Once you go there, click on it and then type in a quick study. And this one is evidence chart. So this will tell you if they're using evidence against you, what they can use, can't use, statutes of limitations, statements that are hearsay. Hearsay is not admissible in court. Statements that are not hearsay. Criminal cases, documents, cross-examinations, privileges, all that stuff. So for those people who know anything about me, if you've done a consultation, you know that I was asked I've beaten prosecutors and attorneys and judges and all that stuff. And one of the judges actually asked me he said, Mr. Lovett, he says, you walk like a lawyer, talk like a lawyer, dress like a lawyer. You handle yourself obviously like one of us. He was like, and you do this for fun? So yes, I do it in my spare time. I was like, I enjoy it. It's easy for me to understand. He goes, well, we would love to have you on our side. That was the first time I understood that there are sides. And there's a lot of information in that little statement, people. All right. Once again, Amazon, you can click the link down below and go get contracts. This is a quick study. It's also known as Bar Charts Incorporated. I don't get paid from anything from Bar Charts. But if you do use the link, I do believe that that gives a little bit. I don't know if, so this one has time of occurrence. So offers, acceptance, mailbox rules, things they can send you, cannot send you, excuse me. So once again, termination of contracts. Termination of contracts can be terminated in one of the 7 ways: performance, breach, mutual rescission, accord and satisfaction, submitted contracts, account stated, and novations, these elements. All right. Parole evidence review, statutes of fraud. So that's why I say to people like, yeah, I've got a lot of knowledge. I can make a lot of problems and things go away, but I don't do cases because I would probably charge you more than the lawyer because I'd have to sit down and I'm going to go through all of this stuff I know and then put something together that's going to be devastating. So yeah, could I make more money than what I am? Yeah. Am I rich? No. Far from it. But I enjoy doing this, but it wouldn't be. The problem is it would take so much time for me to do one person's case and customize it to them, and it wouldn't be cost effective to you. And then I would have such a backup. I couldn't do this. So yeah, I would personally make a lot of money. You know, I've got a specialist that I go to who charges about $350 or $400 an hour, upwards to even $500, that I rarely put him in contact with people with, but he is, if I'm the wolf, he's the fox. Okay. And so his services are available, but understand that you're going to have to put that money up front, and he might, you might have to put down $2,000 or $3,000, just depends on how bad you want to do this for him to take the case. I won't even do it. I'll pass it on to him. But, so just know before even contacting me, you got to have the loot, for that, if it's that serious. Like I said, otherwise for me, I'm just giving you guys the tools so that you guys can do this yourselves. I just gave you a ton of books and stuff to start getting it. You're going to have to do your own research. And above all else, a lot of this stuff is in the Constitution and in the Supreme Court rulings. But understand this, if you're dealing with a low-level court, any of these Article I courts, okay, which are legislative, okay, they're not truly judicial. So your case law is going to be ignored typically. Because in someone else's private jurisdiction, you come to my house talking about, this is what I can do at my house. So it ain't got nothing to do with being in my house right now. So yeah. But remember, it's all contracts and commerce. You learn how to deal with contracts, commerce, and presumptions. If you haven't watched my video on presumptions, you got to start there. You guys are not closing out your contracts and your agreements. I know you're not used to it. I'm not harping on you. All right. But you have to understand, if you have something from them, if they're sending you an offer for a summons, for this or that, or whatever, a ticket, a violation of this, you're in agreement with them somewhere. Because the Constitution says you don't have to worry or deal with all that as long as you haven't hurt a living person. So there's a contract there. You have to have rebutted and closed out all the contracts. I deal with what is it? Can't even think of it myself. Prevention. I was going to say presumption. Prevention. Okay. You learn this now while you're not in trouble. You put up your things or remove your things, then you're kept from being in trouble. So if you're in trouble, there are some educational and entertainment tools on this channel. If this is your first time here, go to James C. Lovett at YouTube. All one word. All right. Or else James C. Lovett and the Bad Wolf. You can search me out on there. All right. Otherwise, my alternate channel is the Bad Wolf Media channel, also on YouTube. Doesn't have a whole lot of videos yet, but add me, because should anything happen here, I will be over there. Okay, can't stop, won't stop. I mean, you can buy me out for like maybe 10 or 15 million dollars. I mean, I guess I could retire. Oh, once again, from your favorite non-belligerent, non-combatant treaty with the United States, the U.S. Corp, and the United States of America. Long live the awkward king and all those associated on the upper elite levels. Love you guys. You guys make it interesting. All right, so let's get back to the emails. All right. Hi there. My name is Ray. I have been going through your YouTube channel in order to find the steps on getting a record of birth for my children without filing for a birth certificate. Without creating this corporation under their names, federal law, I'm trying to figure out how I can file the correct papers to get them an I-10 and also make sure that they're nationals, not citizens. Could you provide steps to do this? It's all rather confusing and really doesn't make sense to me. Why would Oregon application of live birth and filling out different application from the hospital would be the same outcome, trying to avoid the straw man? Okay. All right. So for you guys, I'll answer this one in entirety, even though I already made a video. She obviously hasn't found the video. So YouTube won't just show you all of my videos. If you go to the main channel, usually it'll only show you the top 100. If you scroll all the way down, there's going to be a little button that says view more videos. Okay. I recommend going and watching this stuff on your laptop, desktop, or tablet, or whatever else, because then you can go to my channel, click videos, scroll all the way over to the right. You'll see something, a little magnifying glass. Type in what you want to search for there. Yes, they make it difficult. It'll search for all the things related to that subject pop up. Otherwise, you have to type in James C. Lovett birth certificate on YouTube and see what pops up. Okay, which is also just another way to do it. So for her, okay, the certificate of live birth from the hospital is fine. And yes, I know I'm not the fastest typer. Is fine. And to get a, what'd you say? ITIN, which is the same as a EIN. Just open an EIN with your social for each child, or apply for a social security number for them using my SS5 process and checking other to number 5 on the form. Then provide an affidavit of status, notarized. Boom. Next one. Okay, what do we got here? Right on. Thank you for the information that was sent. Okay, next one. Need to join your group. Which group? Which one? There's lots of them. Black Site 32. Unincorporated, Bad Wolf Unincorporated on Telegram. I think I'm on, what is it? Instagram as well. I think under James C. Lovett or something like that. But I'm really on there answering a whole lot of things because I'm just too busy. So I'm going to assume that's it. Thank you, Bailey. Okay. Hi, James. I really appreciate all your help. Will this birth doc suffice for the SS5? Yeah, looks right. Yes, but I would also include an affidavit of status or nationality. Just because. All right, what do we got here? Somebody's requesting documents on right to travel. All right. Boom. Okay, those are good. Finally, I do have a faster internet service. Yay! Because TT and A will just say, won't let me have fiber here because they're too cheap, even though they're a multi-billion-dollar company, to run a freaking line by my freaking house so I can have freaking faster 1G service. Now, even though I'm not paid for or sponsored by, today I would like to promote T-Mobile. T-Mobile on hand, and I don't get paid from them or anything. They do provide a hub, this little black box up here that plugs into the outlet down here, and then Wi-Fi is from here to my laptop, and then from here, like a cell phone, sends a signal. Now, I will be honest and say that though it is 4 times probably faster than what I have currently, TT and A, there are some issues usually around the time that everybody gets off, and off of work around 5-ish, 6-ish, then sometimes around 7 or 8. But when it's working good. Right now I only have 3 bars out of 5, which I don't understand why. But it is what it is. So I don't know if it's the unit or maybe because my house is brick, but which is why you should say you should put it near a window, to the wall, in the sweatshop. No, making all these, All right. So anyway, let's get back to the emails. All right. So once again, 52 minutes in and almost about halfway done. So like I said, this might be a little longer for you guys. All right. Hey, man, I would really appreciate your efforts in keeping us informed. Your videos are loaded with some really great info and insights. So I had to purchase one of your docs about child support last night, just out of curiosity, but I'm not familiar with the process to how to download it. Just wanted to reach out if there's anything I need to do after the purchase. Okay, so when you guys make a purchase, I sometimes get the notifications from PayPal or whoever, but you guys always have to email me and say, here's my confirmation code. Here's a picture of it, just to back up. Because if you just say, oh, I made a purchase, now I got to go use your name, your email, go to PayPal, cross-reference it before I send the file. So if you made a purchase, put the confirmation number in there, a screenshot, and then I know you made the purchase. Otherwise, without that info, I have to do the research before sending the file. So in this particular case, I'm not going to show you the whole process. But I'll just do it real quick. Okay. So for this particular person, it checks out. He did make the purchase because I have like 20 different tabs up with all the stuff already open. But it just takes extra time to have to do that. So just send me the confirmation number, and also how you like, if it was through PayPal or Cash App or whatever else, because otherwise, if without that, you just send a confirmation number. I don't know if it's on PayPal or Square or what. So now I got to chase this confirmation number down to 5. So please indicate which site you paid through, the confirmation number, and then, if at all possible, a screenshot. All right. And I think I have most of the info on my site. If not, I will update it because I have to have those things. Otherwise, because let's say I don't get anything from them, and then now nothing from you. Now it's just it's just it's too much. If somebody knows of a service where I can just somehow connect this to, and then you make your payment and it sends it over instantly, that would be great. I think I'm with GoDaddy, so if it can interface with GoDaddy, that would be great. All right. So, but this guy's confirmed, so we will send over the information. Remember, guys, everything that is provided is educational information. I'm not saying it's all going to work 100% the same way these things have worked for other people, because I can't be there to know how they're going to react to things. And though these things are right from our experiences, you do have some corrupt people out there, okay? Or you've got people who don't understand the info. So this is a guide. These are guides to help you learn more and to navigate these maritime waters a little easier. That goes for all materials and all information on the websites and whatnots. All right, top of the day. I'm trying to get in touch with somebody who can help me with RET. What is RET? And if you have any ideas how we can stay in touch with each other. RET? What is this is what I'm saying. And some people out there, man, love you guys to death, but your English and communication and typing skills are way worse than mine. So that's all I'm going to say. Okay, so okay, I think I know what they're trying to get to. I have a file for this on blacksite32.com. Go to Files page and order it if you think it fits. Okay. And remember, guys, I think this person's trying to have me help them with a case or something. I don't do cases. I only provide information that can possibly help you learn more about your scenarios. Greetings. I reside in the UK and have UK birth certificate. My intention is to become a secured party creditor with a status change. Can you please post me or give me guidance which will help achieve my goals of managing my own affairs? Much thanks and gratitude, Anthony. I don't know other people's jurisdiction. I know that the same system is there too. So I would say find the UCC equivalent there and file it with your state. Excuse me. And I don't know what status you are seeking, but the U.S. CIT and or U.S. national. There are a few ways to do this. We'll need a consult. I don't mind helping out a little bit, but I'm not going to solve everyone's complete questions and answers all for free. It's just, if I was making a ton of money on YouTube, or if I was getting a ton of Do not block sender. Yes. Block everything from that domain. Yes. Oh, and by the way, if you send garbage for the few trolls out there, which for the most part have not bothered me, I probably say one on every 15 or 20 emails. So thank you for that. I just block you and I block that whole domain and whatever else. So yeah, you talk jazzy, I'll just delete you. Okay, so this, hi, my name is blah, blah, blah from, we would like to buy space on your blah, 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 blah. Don't get me wrong. It's not like they're not a reputable company or offering a decent amount of money. I just don't want my YouTube filled with a lot of ads, me showing every different little product. So when larger name ones come, which have come this week, I won't mention them now. Then yeah, I'll do some product advertisements and shout outs. Because why not? Like I said, the donations have been really low lately, which is okay. I know everybody's struggling. Hello, my name is blah, blah, blah. I'm in need of emergency help, sir. I fell into hard times through ignorance and false hopes of freedom. I am amazed at the information out there that I never utilized or even paid attention to. Please help me out with the... I was told that the information through a good friend who follows you, and now I follow you as well. I need to find out if there's emergency services for child support. I've been stuck for 5 months now trying to maneuver my way through, but it's a weird situation. Sorry for the long email. I really need your help. Thank you, blah, 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 blah. So in this situation, the person wants me to discount the entire pack. I don't think they need the entire pack. And for what they want to pay me, I would suggest for them to just get the educational child support material. So that's what I'm going to tell them. All right. And we've got okay, so this one was from a tipster out there who keeps, there's lots of people out there who have information that they provide me with insights to certain things that I can't see everything. So they'll get their, tipsters, people who work inside of certain agencies, or people like you come across unique things and they have vetted the information. They will send me something. So this one says personal conveyance limits pushed by CVSA rejected again. Okay, so Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration rejects CVSA's petition to set limits on personal conveyance. All right. So the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, which is where you can get the DOT number and whatever else for those people who are challenged drivingly or just seek to have the ability to operate a private vehicle. If you watched my other YouTube videos, you can get a license directly from them and bypass your state. So they hold the master title for the licensing of that. And it says they have denied the CVSA, who I don't know who that is, their petition to add a maximum distance or time to a truck driver's personal conveyance provision. So it's personal conveyance. So once again, they're trying to limit your rights. Okay, I'm not going to go through and read all that, but they denied it. So go FMCSA. You guys keep doing what you're doing. You guys rock. All right, so let's get back to the emails. Hi, I would like to ask you a quick question about your 508c1a package on YouTube video where you were secret shopping other guys. They were saying they were included in articles of incorporation. I want to create a private ministry non-incorporated and wondering if your package explains how to do that or just how to incorporate. Assuming, but I'll check in first. Yeah. Okay. So mine shows you how to incorporate it, but to not incorporate it, you merely don't register it. Because you have the right to private business to private natural persons. Okay, so drop a gem here for you guys. Loot dropping. And these ain't level 2 boots. These are level 150 light. All right. So when you do a 508c1a or whatever else, you're operating as an unincorporated association, or you're operating in a foreign trust, or you're just operating as a private entity. First of all, keep in mind that you are a natural private person. Remember, person means corporation. Okay, so you're not a person. You're not a you either. You need to appear. No, you who are sending it to me need to understand that you are a you. You will address me as my proper title. Okay, my name in lowercase and James Cash Money of the Lovetica Nation, comma, beneficiary. Now we can communicate. If you can't do that, sorry, I can't hear you because I don't speak to dead things. All right. So the difference between doing something in the public or private is just you have the right to do business in the republic of the state in which you domicile, if it's not your own micronation, privately. So don't register your stuff. That's all. Easy peasy. Okay. Hi, I'm trying to find a lone wolf. James, contact info so I can speak to you a question about an I think she meant explanatory statement from your site. Some of your English, I know I type fast, but man, you guys be getting me on this. From your website, that might be your email address. I don't find any direct contact on there. If you found my website on the main page, you scroll all the way down, it says, contact the wolf here. And then there's a whole link that says contact. But I digress. Maybe the person has limited vision or can't see at all. I have been thinking about that, trying to how I can accommodate or help. I think there's programs now that read websites. And obviously you can't use Braille. So yeah, so I take that back. Could be that situation. I was just wondering about the package on there. Oh, okay. All right. So I think we answered that one. I think they sent another email. Okay. Your recent purchase on Amazon. Yes, I did buy some. I'm not that way. I'll tell you guys how I get down. I bought some tea tree body wash soap gel with vitamin E, which helps for sensitive skin. Because apparently the water here is so dry and so fluoride esque that my skin is sensitive to it. So I did buy that. And that stuff smells great. I don't have an exact link to it. You can type in just tea tree body wash. There's an Amazon link down below. You can click that to go and then search for it if you care to. That is my affiliate link down there. So like I said, I make a couple cents or something like that off of that. PayPal receipt. Okay. Oh, we got an order. Hey, get one of those every once in a while. Woohoo! All right. So this person wants documents on educational information, a deeper research guide to the child support scenario. Once again, I don't do cases for any of that. I just provide you guys with things that I think you should know, and that things that they're not going to tell you, and things on things that you can file, and just questions that you should be asking. Okay, that's all. A lot of people have just found it very useful. But once again, to quote my man Yusuf L over there, hey, you made him in the private, so you should be dealing with it in the private. Facts. Problem is that, when you registered them, you made it a public thing. Okay. I guess I can read on the big screen because the light's kind of bright. Hold on. It's early morning for me. My eyes are tired. My name is so-and-so. I live in Kentucky. I heard about you from so-and-so. He speaks very highly about your work and research. Want to buy your packages deal. So this is one of those that's a long, I'm only going to read it because I want to show you guys at least one long email that I get. I normally ignore these or whatever else because I just don't. So I'm going to read it. Y'all ready? All right. Let me make sure everything looks good. All right. So I'm going to read you guys what I usually get. This is why I have the emails. And I tell you, I don't read long emails. If you're going to send me long emails, get to the point, short and sweet. What do you need? I work like shop engineers on the East Coast when I used to sell tools over the phone. Bro, you have 2 minutes to impress me or I'm going to hang up. All right. Which this email totally won't do. So I'm not going to mention their name, obviously, but let's just continue. I want to buy your package deal, but may have to settle for just one right away. I did the passport today. We'll have to wait 4 to 6 weeks for the expedited service, which I already told you guys how to do it the quicker way. Obviously, this person. So when I tell people you have not watched enough of my videos before doing things, this is why. This person could have already had his stuff back done in 45 minutes or 2 or 3 weeks. But okay, so it starts off court, probation, pending state national status. This is exactly what I do for all those people out there. Send me long emails, especially you, Miss Lady. You know who I'm talking about. All right. I just couldn't afford a trip to blah, 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 or the $600 or $800 for a courier to get it in 1 or 2 weeks. You shouldn't have to pay that much for the service. So you must be using one of them jack services, the third or fourth party. Okay, my problem is that I had a DUI case that I paid $7,000 for. Okay, that's actually slightly above, it's about average. 5 to 10 is what you're usually looking at for a decent attorney. And if your public pretender has long pants and they go over his shoes and he keeps his hands in his pocket, you're going to lose. All right. But had this person paid attention to my stuff, probably wouldn't have this sitting there. As somebody who myself has had one, okay, I don't recommend drinking and driving. I don't recommend driving either. I don't recommend under the influence. All right. Don't do it. Just call an Uber. That 100, 200, even 250 Uber, usually at most, is way worth it compared to a first conviction or a fine starting at about $1,500 to $2,500, $250 to $350 to get your car out, being suspended for 6 months or in jail, and then a lawyer starting at $5,000 for an one to 12. Usually 7 to 10 is on average. And then them not getting back to you until when it's almost court time, and all they're going to do is go in there to the court with you. The judge is going to make a recommendation. Your lawyer's going to say, I got this. What do you recommend? Yeah, I think that's what we should go. What do you feel about that? No. Can we do anything better? Okay, the judge recommends this. Hey, okay, so let's go on. And for that attorney to quit on me, okay, which if you fire them, you don't get your money. If they quit on you, you can get your money back. But make sure it's in the devil's in the detail. So make sure that you know, hey, if you quit or I quit, what are the reasons? What do I get all my money back or some of it back? Okay, there you go. I'm glad this. Actually, you know what? I'm glad I read this one. So thank you, Mr. B Man. All right. So because they wanted to charge me $5,000 more after the case was continued several times, because the judge and the lawyer are all part of the bar to make money. Isn't that kind of a conflict of interest? So, all right. They continued it 7 times, and now they want $5,000 more. The system is designed, because it's service-oriented, to drain the people at the bottom of the pyramid, because you don't know how to move properly. You're in the quagmire of statuses and standing, and they're going to rape your bank accounts if you even have it. No matter how you do it. You give them cash, you lose. The court case has a subrogation thing attached to it for the bond. You lose. You end up paying twice. They stay it several times. You pay again, you lose. You can't afford to pay anything. They discharge it and get paid on of it with the 1099 and as abandoned funds, and you still lose. All right. When they quit, they did not even tell me of it yet. Set another pretrial court date, and I got arrested. Got you in the system, got your name. Once again, this person didn't watch my videos to know the difference between a given name and a legal name, but okay. I'd been to 3 already, I think. A jury trial was canceled twice already because of scheduling. Once in bug or something. And a weather scare for the next day. I feel ashamed, but I was talked into taking a plea. So you took the plea, so there's not much I can do. It's so dehumanizing to plead to a crime that really isn't a crime at all. And to top it off, they're making me take these propaganda-filled alcohol and drug classes with some goofy goody two-shoes acting woman from Cuba that claims Castro is evil. Yet she is being a part of the extortion here. It makes me sick, and it's hard to control my rage over this. I would rather pay 10 times the amount to put, well, if you would have went through me or whatever, prevention, or when it first started, it would have been a whole lot easier. Would not have to have paid that much money. Well, less than what you already paid, put it that way. Once again, I don't do cases, but I would have told you this is what you need to do to prevent from that and moving forward. Makes me pay I lost a lot of time and a lot of money. I plan on buying at least that letter format you have to send to the judge, police, to get out of that BS. Now, if I do this and stop going to court, which you can at this point in time, you can't. So my letter's not going to help you. They're going to try to ignore it because you've already contracted in. Once you're contracted in past your first initial anything, you have a contract. Now, you can contest jurisdiction at any point in time, but you have to do it properly. So I'm not going to say the letter won't help, but just understand that you've contracted like 5-7 layers deep at this point in time. Okay. I do not have the passport yet. Will I be arrested and jailed for contempt? Yeah, because you've contracted in so deep at this point in time. I contacted Weiss and Associates, and sorry, probably shouldn't. Well, it's just another site online, YouTube channel that can actually help and do some things. And they say they do not handle cases like this, but I should challenge jurisdiction. So A professional noted company that does this just said the same exact thing I said, verbatim, for proof. There you go. I told you there's a reason why the judges have asked me to join them, because they would prefer me to join the dark side, which I'm more like gray. Can't say I'm goody and definitely can't say I'm all evil. Probably a gray Jedi. Okay, so that's awesome. This has definitely been a gold mine. I might just send this person some info for free, because you've impressed me with this. All right, with helping out with YouTube Gold, we'll just say. It's a rare thing, but I do it sometimes. They sent me a few links to explain this, but a lot of it I don't understand the content, may not be related to my predicament. This kind of thing is important to get right. Can you recommend anything that will help my situation? My next court appearance will be before I get the passport. Passport's not necessarily going to help. It's a piece. It's a part of what can help. But like they said, I mean, I learned some stuff from watching their stuff too. So if they're telling you the same thing I'm telling you, you dug yourself a ditch. You know, it's not hopeless, but it ain't a whole lot of light where you're at. Also, I've not yet done the Form 56 for the IRS. I don't really mess around with that aspect like that, but it is what it is. I've also been looking at Copper Moonshine Still Stipe. Once again, my boy, Copper Moonshine Stills, Colonel Vaughn Wilson. We have a long history. Fire dude right there. If you need a still, get one from him. He also does have some additional information. And would love to put a lien on the courthouse and the sheriff's department. Be careful with that. You can ask your man, Chris Hauser, about that. You can talk to, Copper Moonshine Stills is not going to, he's not going to talk to you on that. He doesn't deal with this kind of stuff, communication like. So he gets too many. He doesn't do it. I know, because that's how we met. Be careful with that. Other people can tell you about that. You know, Yusufel, whoever else. You have to be able to show that they have done you damage and they were not in the wrong in that jurisdiction. Otherwise, what you're doing is fraud and a whole bunch of other things, and they will bank you on it. And that barely lit ditch you just dug becomes a black void. Okay? Don't watch people's videos and get jazzy and just think, oh, you know, some of these people haven't done these things. Some people have and have learned their lessons. So don't do that unless you can show the very things I just said. Also, there's a form I can send to the Kentucky Bar Association asking them to get refunded for the $7,000 that was swindled out of me by this particular company. Also, I would like to do something about my public pretender being dishonest about the plea, and I won't mention their name. The form makes it nearly impossible to be accepted as an individual attorney, and no firm of multiple attorneys and staff, which is who I contracted with and was given an individual attorney for my case. If you can get my money back somehow, I would absolutely give you a portion of it. It's kind of like when people ask me, if you help me get my bond money, I will give you some of it. You're not giving it to me. Stop. Or this person might give me a portion, but the average person, I have $250,000 in my bonds. Great. If you show me how to do it, I'll get it. I have not pulled mine. I do not play with these people and their money. All right. I know how they move. It's not worth it to me. If it's worth it to you, that's on you. It's E to you. I'm not responsible. I provided that information as education. If you play with these people and their money, okay, because remember, it is the straw man's money or a credit on that is a security. And the straw man who you keep claiming you are not, but now you want the straw man's credit security. And the state or whoever took it, or some other company, whoever took it out. That's all I'm going to say. So it's not truly yours, especially the way you're coming at it. I don't provide any additional information. All I'm saying is leave these people alone with that stuff and their stuff. That's it. It's not worth it to me. If I'm telling you it ain't worth it, then it ain't worth it. If you've done it and you can prove it, then show me how, and we can maybe make a educational video on a possibility Other than that, it's not worth it. I'm telling you, some of you people take this information, you guys want to run to the mountaintop with it. Sometimes knowing is a lot safer. 3 steps across a field full of mines and you're safe is better than 32 feet across the field and you find that landmine. That's all I'm going to say. All right. I've had my close calls. I now know how to navigate away from them. I stay away from them. They stay away from me. They don't like me. I don't like them. And we agree to disagree. So cool. All right. So as far as if you feel so moved that that's how they did you, then yeah, file a complaint with the bar. Get refunded. If the public pretender or whoever else, the individual attorney screwed you, screw them back. But don't go out and doing things on the courthouse and the sheriff's department unless you can prove that they were negligent and you are in your correct status or standing and all of that. Got to show a monetary loss or they're going to bank you. All right. So anyway, knowledge or information you can throw my way, I would appreciate it. And I will be buying some of your forms and letters I plan to use against them. Okay. So real quick, I will, because I use their email to prove a point of things I do and don't do, I will send them a couple of complimentary files for using their information and not their name or whatever else to prove a point. I don't like reading long emails. All right. So it takes up too much time, but now you guys see why. So short and sweet. Otherwise, I will not read it. I will skim and go, here's some blah, 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 if I even respond to it. All right. So this person lucked out. And so I will send them a couple of, like I said, this is an exception. I don't normally do this, but I will try to help out as always. I mean, doing this stuff for free, I don't get paid for this, guys. You know, and this is also why I do it every day a little bit, but once I get to the first 100 or whatever ish, that's it. That's it. Literally don't make any money. I mean, what I think I did 2 or 3 orders, and the rest were all this kind of stuff and 1 or 2 things I could, reuse. Cool. But in general, nope. Some people say, well, why even do it at all? And that's a fair enough question. I do it because I like to help, but I'm also not going to be a mule tied to the system that that is just obligated. Oh yeah, and so some people who feel like I'm obligated to answer your emails, you have these little attitudes. I just delete it. It's not that serious to me. But the people who are nice, I'll tell you this, they go a lot farther than people who get jazzy. So now I feel bad because he's already paid and whatever else. But I'm just going to say, if you want a consultation, we can talk about it. But you've already kind of contracted deep. And if a professional company is like, yeah, we're not, then I can't say that I want to take on that responsibility either. I don't do cases and deep stuff. All right. Hello, James. Can you please provide a sample letter that gives notice to the Secretary of State or County Sheriff of my status? That is an affidavit of status, an affidavit of U.S. nationality, affidavit of nationality, a live life claim, ecclesiastical claim, any of those things. So for the video, I will send them a sample one. just because for you guys. Normally, I would just say, go watch the video because I've made videos on this. Once again, somebody does not watch all of my videos or enough of them. Yeah. Okay. Let's check out the last one here. Oh, saying I got 9 more. So this is what happens. I'm almost done. 9 more have appeared. Okay, so this one is a consultation, so I got to take this one down as a note. Make sure no one else has that time. This person did it right. I sent over the money for the app and the file. Here's my number. I can be ready at any time. Otherwise, this time on Monday is good for me. Central, I booked in your time. Awesome person. This is fire. This is somebody who makes it easy. All right. All I have to do is reply. Whenever the server kicks in or the internet, still good. I just got a new mail service because the other one got janky for some odd reason. All right. Perfect. Perfecto mundo. All right, now let's go back up to the top and see which 8 popped in. Okay, music festival. This person actually says, because of hooking me up with great service, I'm editing one of your files and sending it back to you so you can use in the future. Thank you. That is awesome. That's how wolves run right there. I am not great at, grammar and other stuff like that. So people who do that, awesome. I get the message across. Kind of like Einstein never did anything with his hair or, blah, blah, blah. We all have a little down area where you're like, yeah, it's whatever. All right. Instagram. Big deal. Okay. Another message. Heard and truly understood. Sincere gratitude, Wolf. Sent from so-and-so. Okay. Another one. Hey, James, what do you mean by suing their airplane benefits? If there's a video to answer this question, this is somebody I've already answered, but they didn't. This is why I don't like to go back and forth, because then they're like, well, can you clarify that? For me, it's pretty clear. But for this person, obviously wasn't. So they're trying to ask if somebody from overseas can come over here without having to deal with the mask, the shot, all that other kind of stuff, the C-19. The problem is that here, hold on. Let me just write it down and then I'll answer it. All right. Now, looks like it says I got 2 left. Let's see what we got here. It's like a PayPal scam or scheme or something. I'm not signing in through this. Okay, done. That is it. An hour and a half on a Sunday morning. on a Sunday morning. It took me to, we got texts. Oh, yes, people. When the shoe, never mind. All right, so with this particular person, it's understanding that they wanted to have one of their people come from another country over here and not have to deal with the shot or the mask or whatever else, which I thought most of that was lifted. I don't even know where that's at anymore. It doesn't affect me. But it's understanding that these airports are they're either federal directly or they're under the federal agency directly. So it's a federal benefit. Okay. It's a benefit to be able to fly. You can't do that naturally. So it's a benefit. It's a privilege. When you're in their sandbox, you have to use their stuff and abide by their rules unless you make a special declaration or request to somebody high up in the agency. Kings mess with kings. Queens mess with queens. Wolves mess with wolves. And sheep, well, they just kind of bunch together in the corner and hope not to get hit in the face. Not the face. So, and occasionally some of them jump over the fence, shear off their wool and become wolves. Okay? Or however that works. So for that particular person, yeah, you have to make a special arrangement or you have to fly private. Or keyword is private. Or take a boat over or a private boat or whatever it is. If you use something that's public, they can regulate that which is, and by public, I mean public and in their jurisdiction. You can go find a person who flies public planes, but privately, and chart a private charter over here. Okay. Make sure all of your normal things are in compliance. But there's also private airstrips. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. All right, guys. Well, that is about it. I want to appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to hit that bell, like, subscribe. This is the Bad Wolf, just doing those Bad Wolf things in the Bad Wolf Den. And I will be bringing you guys more videos. I might be on my guy A6's live. He usually goes live on Sunday nights, 8 o'clock Central, 9 Eastern, and it's under A-6_grind time. I get a kick out of that guy's info. Is one of the first people who helped support my channel. So if you'd be ever so kind, check him out, add him. Also, don't forget to add me on YouTube under the Bad Wolf Media channel. So that's it, guys. It's time for me to eat some lunch and relax. Might even take a wolf nap. As you see, I'm still tired, but it's cloudy in the Midwest and getting a little chilly. So that's it. Thank you for all the support on the Bad Wolf Bat Cave or the Bat Cave. Thank you guys for that. I appreciate you guys. Nothing but love and positive comments on there. We've been doing this, guys, for a hot minute, and the momentum is not slowing. So I thank you for that. It has been, it's a wild ride, and we've got, as you see, I've got at least 13 more books right there, and I haven't even grazed all of this. So that's why I have the two channels. The stuff that's just this, I'm going to keep over here, and the stuff in all these books, are you not entertained? I'm going to put it on the other channel. So I have literally, let me just check my notes here before I send you guys on your merry way. Okay, we got, that's later. So, okay, that. Okay, before you go, hold on. Awesome. All right. So YouTube approves me that you can search for me on YouTube. I think you can type in youtube.com/@sign The Bad Wolf. Okay. Or you can search for me, same thing, youtube.com/James C. Lovett, all together, one word. And I won't mention the insurance company, but I've got another fellow guy out there who's got an IQ like mine, and he's learning this stuff, and he's eating it up like wildfire. You know who you are. So he gave me an interesting story. So as we're talking on a consultation, he told me how he's doing right to travel, closing all of his stuff, got his right to surrender file, all that stuff, and starts talking to a particular insurance agency. This particular insurance agency, he talked to the agent. He goes, "Hey, can you get me insurance? I close all that stuff and I'm living privately." He's like, "Oh yeah, we don't have that." He's like, "Well, I'm a foreign national." He's like, "Yeah, I don't really know what that is." He's like, "But we don't have that. You have to be a U.S. citizen." He goes, "No, you don't." He's like, that's a lie." He's like, "You can be." He's like, "Dude, I'm telling you, I'll put money on it. I'll put money on it." He was like, "Yeah, you need to go talk to your department." So he goes talk back to the department, and they're like, "Yeah, no, we don't provide that." So he goes, "Bro, I told you." He's like, No. Go talk to the legal department." He goes, "Okay, whatever." The lady was like, "Yeah, that's not going to matter, brah." I said, "Bro, you got it right," because he learned from watching the videos. So guy comes back and he was like, dude, where did you learn that? He's like, "Oh my God, the Bad Wolf, this, that, and the other." And he was like, I was kind of thought there was something up with it. He's like, blah, blah, blah. He goes, he's like, "I got good and bad news." He's like, "Okay." He goes, "The legal department told me they are obligated." What's that? Are obligated to provide insurance for foreign nationals, foreign drivers, non-U.S. drivers, private individuals. Okay. But they also then told him, whoever your client is, don't take him on as a client. We won't accept it. Now, why would they say that? Probably because I'm not going to say it that way. I was going to say probably because he said he knows the Bad Wolf, but I don't know if that's true. What I will say is this: because my guy was smart enough to say, "Hey, go talk to these people about this." Because just because you talk to the people in the whole front of the house, the FOH doesn't know what the BOH does. If you guys don't know these terms, front of the house, back of the house. All right. And then there's the upper level. Okay. Corporate. Back of the house knows all the dirty secrets. They got all the two-way mirrors, They can see what's going on. They know it all. But they're not obligated to tell even the front of the house. "You have a problem with what? Let me see that." "Yeah, you can do that." "Nope, don't do that." They know. The people in the front, they know nothing. They know nothing. So they basically told him, "Yeah, we're not going to accept your client. He's too smart. He's going to be nothing but trouble for you. So no." Oh, man. This is why they don't want you guys moving this way. Not because of necessarily. See, when somebody like me or whoever else does it, they don't mind. It's when you don't have all the information or you get too jazzy. So you have to, that's why I tell you, you have to self-govern. Okay. In this particular situation, he's self-governed. He's got some people who didn't like him knowing the fire. Okay. But other people out there are using this information and they're not moving right. And you're causing problems for yourselves and people like me and whoever else. And some of you guys are endangering some of my people and loved ones and whatever else, and your people and loved ones. So, but there will always be people like that. But people want to think because you're on the do not detain list or whatever else, that means you're unstoppable. Or these young Thundercats. I'm gonna try it. I can do it. I can do it. They can still stop you. They can physically stop you. And they can contact the Department of State and have them yank your passport card. Brah. Now you're back to what status? You don't even know. So don't be out here doing dumb stuff, because I take no responsibility for it. Because all this information I'm telling you is all already out there and available. I'm not doing anything but piecing it together. See, they're not worried about people like me. They're worried about people like that. Not you and you and you. The one out there who's the moron who gets a little bit of information and wants to get jiggy with it and then does dumb stuff. Even on the news here in the Midwest, one guy got caught doing stuff. Well, I'm a sovereign citizen. Now, even if he is truly a national, they still have the right to stop you if you're endangering public safety. Now, maybe he didn't use the term sovereign citizen. I don't know if he did or didn't, but that's how the news media spun it. You see what I'm saying? When you're a national, you do things the right way. And if you get into some trouble, you handle it privately. If you bring your private business by doing something dumb into the public, are you not entertained? Because then they're all going to be against you. And they're going to throw you underneath the bus, and they're going to make an example out of you to make sure other people who are sheep, who are just starting to shave off their fur and become wolves, go, better not. So you guys are no better than the problem that we have before us. So mote it be. All right, guys, that's about it. Your boy, the Bad Wolf, dropping some more of that fire knowledge, answering some questions. Hopefully it answered a lot for you guys. And I'm out of this piece. It's been almost 2 hours. So this is what it's like for the Wolf every day. 2 hours, not getting paid to just help some people. But like I said, I'm going to minimize this now. Once again, if I'm going to start building a database and all these normal questions I keep getting asked. If you haven't watched the videos, if you haven't downloaded the free files on Blacksite 32, set up either an hour or a half-hour consultation, then I'm just going to be like, here's an email back to you. Read one of these questions at the bottom of the email because they're already there. But thank you to the people like those out there who provide information to help me move forward, help make it easier for me, and provide services, and who are like, Wolf, what do you need? We know it's pretty much just you or maybe one or two other people at times. What do you need? You know, so thank you for those people who have reached out. Thank you to all the people who are the tipsters out there. I know there's a lot of people out there who are in various agencies who, even though not providing me with info, are doing the right things out there privately. And let me publicly thank you for what you guys do to help the system, help your American nationals. And we understand that you can't make it public because you would then blow your cover. I get it. Some people out there do know what that silent war is. And never forget, I'm quietly yours. All right. The Bad Wolf works for the people, America, and Levitica, his own nation. So recognized. Private individual. Get your private trust, get your private numbers, your foreign EINs, whatever else. Operate as an unincorporated association. And don't think you're not going to have to work for it, even if you have all the right information and everything is right. You still might have to take these municipalities to court. And now you know how, you know where. But later on, we will be showing you how to do it on the inside. That's it, guys. Thanks. Bad Wolf's out. Have a good one. Ending broadcast in 3, 2, 1.